All right, guys, here we go. Execution day 2, March the 21st, 2019. Let's go over the play-by-play on this trade. All right, so here we go. March the 21st, not the 22nd. If I said the 22nd, here we go. Our daily goal for this day was only $32, guys. Only $32. Obviously, our max risk was 48. And our max risk on top of that was the 5%, which was $160. So we want to stay beneath that number there, basically. Okay. So once again, those are the numbers that I look at every single morning. Once every morning, then I go ahead and enter. This morning is the morning I would have entered this 215 just to make sure I got the right numbers. Normally I just put the roundabout figure, so it would have been like 200 to $110. And then the next morning I go into the system, look at my P&L, and make sure I update the number just to make sure that I know that I put in the correct number. Okay. The volume came in at 47 for the morning. And as you can see here, we only did one trade. One trade only. Like I said in the rules, stick to 1 to 2 stocks at most. You do not need to be trading all day. You do not need to trade every single stock. Avoid fear of missing out. This is what gets you in trouble. This is what kills us. I gave you the example of my reason when I didn't have a plan and I just traded, and then I would just overtrade until I lost all the money I had made already. In 15 minutes, I was up $3,000, ended up losing $4,400, guys. It's not necessary to do that. Do not put yourself through that scenario, okay? Let's move on here. So obviously this day we ended up profiting 39%. On the individual stock, we ended up in slash strikes. We did 7% and 84%. As you can see here, I layered into this position. So obviously I got the 172 strikes first, and then we got the 177 strikes second. Obviously you can tell because I got 100 and then I got 200. So one contract, 2 contracts. And obviously, because I held the 172s longer, so that you can see that right away. So I closed this one first, and I held the ones that was deep in the money to run. So you can see here, I only made $66 on the first one, which obviously already exceeded my 1% for the day. So that's it. I'm locked in for the day. I'm all set. No matter what for the day, I already made the money. As long as I don't let the deep in the money position come back against me beneath that $32 profit that I'm looking to get for the day, I will be okay. But I'm going to take the chance and try to let it run as much as I can. And obviously, it was a good day because I let it run for an 84% gain or $570, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's look at the entries once again. And yeah, you see these circles because I already tried recording this. I have to keep re-recording them because I keep making mistakes when I'm talking. So here we go, guys. So the first one I entered was 934. I layered in once again at 947, and I started taking profits at 1122, and then I took out the last of it at 1558, which is 358, right before the market closed, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart here. All right, actually, hold on. Let me zoom out. Let's look at the markets first. Let's take a look at where the markets opened up. Come on. All right, so let's look at where the markets opened up. So the markets opened up. All right, the tick opened at below minus 500, as you can see here. The tick opened below minus 500. So what do we have? Strong selling pressure. That's what I see right away. Oh, tick is below minus 500. Is it going to stay there, or are we going to continue lower? The markets immediately start to rally. The tick rallies as well. So now, my first impression is, hey, we have a strong selling pressure, but the tick is rallying, so I'm keeping an eye on it. I want to see what it's going to do. Markets are going higher. All of them are going higher with strong volume. As you can see, look at the volume. Look at the volume spike on all of them, okay? That's what I'm paying attention to here. That volume spike on all of them. It's pretty significant spike, okay? We opened at 49,000, which is above the average, around 45. I don't know if that's the exact average, guys. That's just what I've noticed since I started recording. So again, significant volume right from the beginning, and everything is going higher. Everything is going higher. Everything is going higher. The VIX is going lower, okay? So When I'm looking at the daily chart for Nvidia, what am I looking at? Okay, let's take a look. All right, so Nvidia bounced off of the 50 MA a few days back on the 310 or so, and has been rallying ever since. The day prior, our trade, as you can see here, it just formed a red candle, but again, it's still a higher red, a higher low, and a higher high. So the bias is still to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I was expecting when I took a look at this. Okay, so let's take a look. Perfect setup. I mean, you can't ask for a better setup on this when it comes to the boxing. So let's take a look at the boxing once again. Let me erase all of this. Again, I tried to record, but once I mess up, I got to start all over. So here we are. Now, pretty easy box in this today. Pretty much, look at this. Box in right here, right in between the middle, and we're going to box it in with the pivot. Again, the pivot overrules any pre-market high or low. So this is where I set it up. So as soon as this thing started breaking up above this, I took it at 934. I did give it a little bit of time. Obviously, we have a significant amount of volume supporting the move higher. The markets are going higher. The VIX is going lower, and the tick is going higher. Even though it started at minus 500, those are the things I'm looking at, guys. Keeping an eye, always remaining objective. Just because the tick is below minus 500 doesn't mean I'm just going to play to the downside. I'm just paying attention. You want to pay attention to everything so you don't miss potential information, okay? And as I mentioned before, the trend is not something I monitor actively. It's just something I have alerts sent on. So if the trend gives me an alert that it's above 2.0 intraday, boom, that's another signal. Hey, man, there's a lot of buying pressure somewhere here. You know what I mean? And the tick may be below 500, but the trend is above 2. Is little things like that, little alerts, and this is why I set alerts all over the place, just so that I can be reminded of little things that I may be missing because I'm not paying attention to. Okay, guys. So I got my first position at 934, which was on this candle, obviously the first candle, and then the second candle we added some more. So I added one contract here, two contracts here, and then I held those. The last ones I got out on the very last candle. And the first one I took my profits on was 11, let's double check, 11.22. So let's check what candle that was. So we got the 30, 40, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 11, 10, 20. So 11.20 candle here. So that looks like it might have came below my stop right here. So when it dip down below here, obviously it doesn't show on the 10 on the 30 minutes. So this is the 9:30, the 10, 10:30, 11 candle. Okay, so when it started to push down below that level on the 10 minute, it probably did hit my stop. Just looking at this chart here, obviously, let me see, where is it? So this is the 10, 9:30. All right, let's take a look here, guys. All right, so here we go. When looking at the chart, this spot right here is the low of the previous 30-minute candle here. So this is the 30, 40, 50. So this is the 9:30 candle, right? 10, 20, 30. This is the 10 o'clock candle. Okay, and then there's the this is the 30, 40, 50 candle. So right here is my low right here. So once this one closed below it, I went ahead and took my first two out. And obviously, as you can see, we have lower lows and lower highs. So you just can't ignore that. And, you know, based on the time that is happening, again, 10:30, 10:40 time frame, I just can't take that risk. So I went ahead and cut the position, or at least a bigger size chunk of it. And then I let the rest run, and I have a little bit of a wider stop on that one because I have it deeper in the money. Again, I'm in on the 172.50s, and what was the other strike? Let's double check again. And the 177s. So which ones are obviously more at risk, guys? The 177s are way more at risk because I got those up here, and those are right here somewhere, right? So 177s. Right, so the 177 strikes are right around here somewhere, and obviously the 172s are way down here. So these are way in the money. I mean, these are not as risk, and I got them earlier. So when I got them a little bit earlier around this area here, they're doing fairly well. So I can afford for them to come back, for the stock to come back a little longer, lower, just in case it does decide to continue higher. Once again, the daily does support the move higher, so I am going to hold it. So, and I'm glad I did. Obviously, as you can see here, this is the result. We rally all the way to the end of the day, and I was able to capitalize on that and take my profits at the end of the day. Okay. So that's why I took my stop there. Again, the plan is you follow your stop with the 30-minute candles, right? And if you're able to layer in, you take out the ones that are most at risk. So once again, you're going to follow your stop. So in this scenario, the stop was actually the pivot, not the low of the 30-minute. Obviously, I said obey your pivots above any lows or highs. Then we follow it here. Then we follow it here. And yeah, we got stopped out right away. But normally what you want to see is pretty much a higher 30-minute lows. And that's how when you're winning, and you should be winning right away. You shouldn't have to fight it. You shouldn't have to worry. You shouldn't have to question your decision. So this is why it's important to layer in, so that you can layer in and layer out if necessary. But that way you're still capturing your targets, your profits that you're looking to gain for the days. Okay, guys? So that's pretty much it for day number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next video.